How's it going, everybody? This is Taylor from the PigYT Racing Network, and we welcome you to a very cloudy day here at Pocono Raceway. Today, the Twisted Tea Truck Series drivers are looking to race off in this tricky triangle. It is widely known to be one of the most races of the year, so I'm expecting that out of this race. So, last week was at Talladega. We've seen a lot of pileups that caused a lot of championship contenders to not really have a good week. This week, that's hopefully going to change to the drivers that are in the championship, such as Jared Lewis, Levi McIntyre, and Trickle Dickle. We'll just find out and see what's going to happen, because we have a lot of good drivers in today's race that are looking to get their way to the playoffs. And we only have a few weeks left for that to start. So we might as well just give it. The final few pushes are coming your way here. In the next few weeks, you will be seeing some drivers pushing their way to get a better spot in the playoffs. But for now, we have to take it to the starting lineup of today's race. And we will change back to our old format, shall we? Right, so let's go ahead and let's do this, shall we? Jared Lewis will start on the pole. Sharing the front row with him would be the number 83 of Brad Severs. Trickle Dickle and Luke Borgowski will be in row 2. Row 3 belongs to Levi McIntyre and Matthew Tyler. I think Matthew Tyler was the one that won last week due to a last lap pass. I think. Rob Racer will start next. Oh, crap. Rob Racer will start next to Nick Santiago. Henry Duran will start next to Noah Breeze. Jack Deviney will start alongside Dylan Rash. Trevor Hilowski will start next to Jerry Boschetti. Ben Roberts will start next to Tip Foster. Kyle Free will start alongside number 42 of Gabe Dudes. Gabe Dudes got the window net down and was safe after the vicious wreck from Talladega. Cole DeGroat will start alongside number 01 of Todd Chigarski. Chris Poindexter will start to the number 39 of James Bowles. Matty Ortiz will start alongside the number 5 of Jay Stapleton. Dane Amon will start alongside Cameron Tracy in the 32. Connor Metz will start alongside What If Racing. Jay Jefferson will start alongside Benjamin Roberto. Frownito Bobbin will start alongside Christian Sanford. Sean Billman will start next to Bill Watterson. And then the last row, ladies and gentlemen, is the number 5 of Corbin Forrester and the number 35 of Invasive Alien. So that's your starting lineup. Let's go ahead and let's get to the actual race in itself here, ladies and gentlemen. There will be approximately 20-some laps. Maybe 40. I'm not sure. I forgot how many laps. I don't know. 50. Okay. I was off. And this will be a race that a lot of people would want to win. Alright, pace car rolls off. Does every driver make it out? Yes. So nobody's looking to cause an engine issue or something. I don't know. Frame rate from last week, not really improved. Maybe a slight improvement. But maybe it just doesn't feel that more of a different approach. I don't know. But, in any case, the pace car rolls down pit road. Jared Lewis and Brad Severs in the front row will take us to the green flag. Our green flag's waving. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing in Pocono, boys. We're off and running at the tricky Dicky 500. Jared Lewis gets a big push over Trickle Dickle, leaving that high line to dry. Jared Lewis with an early lead out of turn 1. Trickle Dickle pushing the 94 truck. Trickle Dickle and Jared Lewis trying to get their second wins of the season. Trickle Dickle going to go quickly side by side for the lead at the end of turns 2. Still side by side for that lead here. As they enter in turn 3, Trickle Dickle has the advantage on the low side. Trickle Dickle gets the lead out of coming into turn 3. Brad Severs up to 3rd. Levi McIntyre 4th. And it looks like Trickle Dickle will come down to the line to lead us into the first lap of today's race. Moves are being made everywhere across this track. Leaderboard being shown right now. Jared Lewis trying to go yet again underneath. Trickle Dickle for the lead, entering turn 1. I'm probably going to go 3 wide. Brad Severs almost made it 3 wide for the lead. Quickly, while this race is going on, as they still are side by side for the lead and side by side for the second spot, almost. Jared Lewis takes the lead away as he come down turns 2, heading into turn 3. Next week, both the Twisted Tea Truck Series and the Piston Cup Series will go to Lowe's Motor Speedway, or Charlotte, for the God knows what it was. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, and a caution's out. We have a caution, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like invasive alien Jay Stapleton. What if? Oh my God, who was that other driver I just mentioned? I think that was Bill Watterson. Yeah, it was Bill Watterson that I thought it was invasive alien. Well, we are under caution early in the race. Let's head back and take a look and see what happened. What brought out this caution? Well, hopefully I can figure it out from this pace. There it goes. So Bill Watterson had him. Looks like Bill Watterson just had a mechanical issue, and he didn't get involved on the wreck. He's coming down. Okay, so what I could gather here is Bill Watterson has a mechanical problem, and he's coming down pit road. Meanwhile, Evasive Alien's also having issues. And then here's Browning to Bobbin. What happened? Oh, Corbin Forster turned Jay Stapleton. Sent him into the wall, and Brian, What If Racing had nowhere to go. Evasive Alien wasn't involved in the wreck. It was just What If Racing and Jay Stapleton. Bill Watterson is just having a mechanical problem, and Evasive Alien is just slow. So that's why we're under caution. There was so much going on at that time that I had no idea what was going on. But it looks like 2 drivers looking like they don't have a good car. And all of a sudden, Jay Stapleton in the number 5 truck got turned by the other 5 truck of Corbin Forster. Wow. So that happened. Under caution with about 4 laps completed. Wow. Go through the lineup before we head to a commercial break here. Jared Lewis is out in front. Brad Severs second. Rob Racer third. Trickle Dickel fourth. Jack Devaney fifth. Henry Duran in sixth. Levi McIntyre in seventh. Can't speak today. Matthew Tyler seventh. And it looks like these guys are going down pit road, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like some of these drivers are going down pit road, so even if I did go through the lineup, it really wouldn't matter because these guys are going down pit road. Except a few drivers looking like they're going to stay out. I see a few drivers still on the high line here. Looks like a few drivers are going to stay out this time. Looking like they're probably going to stretch it a little while longer. But Jared Lewis and most of the other guys are coming down. The only ones that are looking like they're staying out, Matty Ortiz, Tib Foster, and it looks like the other one's James Bowles. Looking like it. You can see the things on pit road here while I switch it back to the pace car. You can see the pit stops here. We're using a 2011 version of Pocono. So it looks like it's just a top off for some drivers, and other drivers are taking tires. You see Trickle Dickel looking like his strategy didn't play out too well. He's taking 4 tires. Trickle Dickel, looking like one of the only drivers taking tires this time. He's going to go from about 3rd or 4th all the way back down to about the lower 20s, upper 30s. That's interesting strategy by the 69 truck. This race is nothing but interesting. We will go ahead and we'll take a quick commercial break here in the race. You're watching the Tricky Dicky 500 live from Pocono Raceway. We will be back in a few short moments to bring you more coverage of the Twisted Tea Truck Series race from Pocono. We'll be back.
Man, this Nextel walkie-talkie phone is magic. I lost my helmet the other day. Pushed this button, my helmet appeared. Magic.
New spark plugs are in.
See? It's magic.
That's not magic. This is magic.
No, that's sleight of hand.
Give me a bunny.
It's magic.
Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the Motorola Blend. One powerful phone, two powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint.
I love my work. I really have the best job in the world. Hey, how are you? Everyone that I have ever met likes everyday low prices.
I know if I came here, I got the best deal.
You can go into Walmart and know it's a huge team effort to ensure that you're getting these low prices.
It makes me feel like I've got somebody on my side.
On our 39th anniversary and every day of the year, always.
When I walk out of here with my receipt, I see my savings.
Everyone likes to save money. It makes you feel good.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Twisted Tea Truck Series action live from Pocono Raceway is sponsored by Pepsi. It is better than Coke because it is blue, according to some people. Pace car has its lights off and we're about to go back racing. The three drivers that stayed out of James Bowles, Tib Foster, and Matty Ortiz make up your top three at this point. They have not gone out on pit road yet. Even if they were to, they would probably do the top-off thing that other drivers have done. The only driver that took tires on that pit stop was Trickle Dickle. He took a full 4-tire set. Question will remain as to whether or not that'll actually hurt Trickle Dickle more than affect him in the good way. Well, the pace car's down pit road. We're about to get set to go back green here. James Bowles takes us to the green flag, and we're single file racing at Pocono again. 6 laps completed. The first one to fall out of the single file line is Brad Severs trying to go side by side for the 5th spot. Side by side for second with Matty Ortiz trying to take the 2nd spot away. James Bowles is pulling away just a slight bit right now. Football season's coming up, so you definitely know that he really wants to get a win before the season ends. He wants to get a win so he can get into the playoffs, unlike the Seahawks will ever do. Matty Ortiz trying to take the 1st spot away. He's actually just inching closer. Jared Lewis, you see in the 94 Funyuns truck, he's trying his hardest to come up to the 2nd spot. He's gained a few spots, and he's willing to fight his way, try and get the lead. They're about to go 3 wide, just several rows back. They're about 3 wide. Trevor Halowski, Matty Ortiz, and Tib Foster nearly went 3 wide for the 6th spot, I'm guessing. It's a rough estimate. James Bowles still has the lead. Got a lot of drivers looking to get their 1st, 2nd, maybe even 3rd win of this season. And a few drivers having a couple mechanical problems. Will that affect anybody at the front is a main question. Drivers must be terrified of that because they're side by side for the lead. Jared Lewis trying to take the lead as they enter turns 3. Jared Lewis has taken the lead away from James Bowles here at lap 8. Jared Lewis still dominating this race. Interesting race for that 94 team. We see Trevor Halowski getting a little push from Brad Severs, shoving the leader 94 a little high. Trevor Halowski will be your new leader at exiting turns 1. Brad Severs now trying to take 2nd away from Jared Lewis. It is side by side for several rows. Trevor Halowski in the lead, blocking both lanes. Which one does he block? Testing session winner or Jared Lewis? He tries to go high, but that gives the advantage to Brad Severs. Brad Severs looking to make it a 2nd win of the season. Won his 1st in the testing race all the way back in February. Well, I believe it was February. Maybe it was April. I'm not sure. Feels like February. Brad Severs has the lead. Here comes Kyle Free just underneath him. They're 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Oh, I didn't like that. Ooh, that was close. Nearly bumping off each other. Nearly bumping off each other. That was a close one. We got a lot of close racing in today's race. A lot of it. Kyle Free takes the lead. Now Rob Racer trying to take it next. We got a lot of repeat winners up at the front. We also see some new faces up here. Rob Racer trying to take first away from Kyle Free. Will he do it in turns 3? Yes, he will. Out of turn 3, Rob Racer will take the lead away from Kyle Free. Matty Ortiz now trying to take the second spot away from him. So we come down to a... Let me get up here. Come down to a 40 to go. Matty Ortiz is trying his hardest to get the lead. He's going to go side by side for the lead with Rob Racer. Jared Lewis underneath him yet again trying to take the lead. Jared Lewis being a dominant driver in this series. He's been up at the front in almost every race. Almost. Last week at Talladega was not his luckiest because he was just involved in a wreck that was caused by 5 wide. Maybe that week was just a bad week for Jared Lewis because you could see him now trying to go for the lead again with Matty Ortiz. Levi McIntyre second in that row on the bottom row. Could take second away from Matty Ortiz as Jared Lewis has taken the lead away. And we have another caution. This time it looks like Ben Rob. Oh, looks like three drivers involved in this one. Christian Sanford, Ben Roberts, and maybe Jay Stapleton again. Maybe. Let's go back and let's see what happened. Let's rewind a little bit here. Let's see what caused these two to get wrecked. Oh, no, it just looks like... Okay, so this is what brought out our second caution of today. Chris Poindexter got a little too... He just came in a little too hot. Oh, Tasha Garski gets in it. Oh, man. Noah Breeze involved. Oh, man. Oh, man, how did Christian Sanford get around? That's another thing. Let's take a look and see how Christian got turned. Looks like while he was avoiding that wreck, he just came down on... Looks like he just went down the grass, and Cameron Tracy just turned him sideways and head on into the wall. Pretty soft hit, but still a pretty head-on hit. So that's what brought out our second caution of today. 12 laps completed. So about 38 to go. And Jared Lewis managed to inch out Levi McIntyre in that process. Just barely. Just barely. A tenth. Wow. It's pretty close. So... I don't know if they're going to go down pit road or not. We'll probably see. If they do go down pit road, we will take a look and see what will happen. But I don't know if they'll be going down pit road or not. Jared Lewis still the leader of this race. He has led most of the laps today. He's been up at the front several weeks. Will he manage to find his way back down into victory lane, or will we see another driver heading into victory lane? Pocono so far has been showing us quite the race. Showing us that most of these drivers are doing whatever it takes to stay out in front. It looks like these drivers are going to go back down pit road. Either the top off again. Maybe take some tires. Who knows? In any case, we're going to have a few drivers come. Well, actually, we're going to have the whole field come down pit road. I don't think anybody's staying out. But in any case, we'll take it to the pit road cams here. See the drivers coming down pit road one by one as they go. Looks like nobody is staying out. I'm watching everybody come down, seeing if anybody stays out. And if anybody stays out, I'll report that. But I don't think anybody's staying out. Nobody is staying out. Everybody's down pit road. What kind of strategy are these drivers going to take? See what Jared Lewis does. It's looking like it'll be a 4-tire stop. Looks like it'll be about 4. Yes, it is going to be a 4-tire stop from these drivers. Some drivers taking 2. Trickle Dickle, the most surprising one, taking the tires. We would expect him to come down to top off it because he had the tires that he came down earlier. Just terrible strategy from Trickle Dickle's team this week, that's for sure. That's definitely the case. That Trickle Dickle is probably not going to be the guy who everybody thinks is going to win this one. I think Levi McIntyre actually beat Jared Lewis out of pit road. I don't know if that's true or not, but in any case, we will take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we will see some more action live from the tricky triangle of Pocono. Who will win this race? Who will make their names higher into the playoffs? I can't think of transitions, but in any case, we'll be back in a moment after some commercials. We'll be back with more action.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Salsa is so in.
We are so in.
Only Taco Bell's Fiesta Taco Salad takes classic ingredients and updates them with a tangy, chunky salsa and crunchy lime-seasoned tortilla strips, made right when you order it.
Looking good.
I told you ladies dig salads. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't.
For a great tasting taco salad, think outside the bun. Spice up the night. Open till midnight or later.
Goodbye, splatter of alien gore. Goodbye, strange indoor trees. Goodbye, deadly bunker, old friend. Goodbye, giant windmill thingy of unknown purpose. Goodbye, evil obelisk. Goodbye, place where I got sniped, blown up, ambushed, incinerated. Good times. Yeah.
Once you bid fond farewell to Halo 2, pre-order Halo 3 at GameStop. Power to the players. Rated M for mature.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Twisted Tea Truck Series action live from Pocono Raceways, presented by Facebook. So you can post all your trash needs on social media. We'll be restarting here with about 35 laps to go. Levi McIntyre beat Jared Lewis off of pit road just ever so slightly. Looked like Jared Lewis had it there for a moment, when instead it looks like it's going to be Levi McIntyre leading us off into this restart. We've had some unexpected cautions in today's race. We've had a few drivers not so very lucky in today's race. At this point, we're probably going to be seeing about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 more cautions. Hopefully that is not the case. Hopefully we can get this on a long green flag run. Race car rolls down pit road. Levi McIntyre is going to give us the restart flag. And we are back racing here at Pocono. Still pretty single file. Who's going to be the one to break out first? All the way in the back row seems to be the one that starts. And they're 3 wide for the lead. Jared Lewis and Matty Ortiz going 3 wide for the lead coming out of turn 1. Matty Ortiz with the advantage on the bottom, but what a move those two drivers made. Wow. Matty Ortiz and Jared Lewis still side by side for the lead. Jared Lewis had a nose lead so far. They are dead even in this turn. There was no telling who's going to give the... Oh my god, Trevor Halowski just left the bottom side to drive. But that was the bad spot to go. As Matty Ortiz goes to the first spot, Trevor Halowski, who was on the bottom, moved up. That was not a good move by him. He's lost a few spots. Jared Lewis now going to do the crossover move. He did the crossover move, turn 3, move, not mood. He did the crossover move in turn 3. I didn't say that because I was too focused on Trevor Halowski's mistakes. Jared Lewis back into the lead. Jared Lewis in the lead. So it's extended that lead to about 5 to 4 car lengths. No, 4 to 5 car lengths. I just mixed those two up. Car lengths now dropped to about 2.5, if not 1. On the backstretch, they are side by side for second, Kyle Free and Matty Ortiz. Right now they're probably going to be side by side for a lead coming out of turns 3. Right on the quarter panel. Really close for Kyle Free to get the lead back in today's race. But it is so far looking to be Jared Lewis. Jared Lewis so far. Oh, it looks like Kyle Free's going to make a move in turn 1. Going to the inside of Jared Lewis. That's been the preferred line of today's race. But you never know. Maybe the outside could become a preferred line later in the race. We got last week's winner trying to make it a 2 in a row. I believe last week's winner was Matthew Tyler, if I'm not mistaken. Matthew Tyler going for the lead. Hopefully my memory serves me right that Matthew Tyler did win last week's race. And that was a bad thing. I am clicking buttons wrong here. I guess we can go ahead and let's take a look at the rear part of our leader right now of Matthew Tyler in the 88. Guess we could take a look at some different camera angles, I guess. Manny Ortiz just inching his way forward again. They are looking pretty side by side. They were about to bump. Brad Severs in the 83 truck trying to look for second, going to the inside of Matty Ortiz. Still pretty side by side, but the car lakes have increased for our leader of Matthew Tyler in the 88 as he enters turn 2. Ooh, a bad braking zone for Matthew. You hear that? I think you heard the tires squeal a little bit. I don't know. Brad Severs gaining just ever so slightly on him. I think they're going to be side by side for a lead coming out of 3. No, they're not. They're going to still be single file. Good exit for Matthew Tyler as he is continuing to lead. Jared Lewis has fallen outside the top 5. As Brad Severs is going into turn 1 side by side with the lead. Cole DeGrow and Henry Duran are up here as well. Two drivers that were not at the front when the restart occurred. Now they're at the front. Now Matthew Tyler trying to do the crossover move that Jared Lewis did not too long ago on Brad Severs. Brad Severs had the lead, but it's not going to be for long. Matthew Tyler is still holding to the lead. Still have a lot of time for these drivers to make up these moves and stuff. Henry Duran trying to go second. Tip Foster is going to take third away from Brad Severs. Brad Severs is dropping like a rock. Good thing about this track is that it is very eventful and it does show me a lot of caution lights, which is good. They have a lot of caution lights on this track. They are side by side for second. Tip Foster battling Henry Duran. Matthew Tyler still holding on to the lead. Will Matthew Tyler make it a 2 in a row? Tip Foster just inching his way forward. They're going to go 3 wide. Ooh, close to 3 wide action for the third spot. With Cole DeGrow and Henry Duran and Rob Racer. Tip Foster going to go side by side for the lead entering turn 3. Like I said before, the frame rate and quality may not be the best, but I switched computers. And this one's not the great. It's not an improvement. But it'll help. Get a better microphone quality though. But Tip Foster is in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Matthew Tyler is going to try and take the lead yet again. Rob Racer kind of had the same idea with Matthew Tyler and sadly just couldn't take the advantage quicker than Matthew Tyler did. Because Matthew Tyler is back in the lead. We are slowly but surely getting a long green flag run. And they're side by side for second with Rob Racer and Tip Foster. At this point, a long green flag run will be very, very helpful to some of the drivers at the front. But very not so helpful for the drivers in the back of the pack. And Foster's starting to drop. Jared Lewis has entered his way into the top 5. Yet again, we see the 94 truck battling from the back, coming up toward the front. A lot of drivers slowing down in the pack. Is any drivers out of this race? Not from what I'm seeing. Maybe a couple drivers are out of the race. I'm not sure, but they're not showing up. They're just showing us laps down for me. I think maybe a few drivers are out of the race. I don't know. Jared Lewis has moved his way up to third. Robert Racer in second. Matthew Tyler, last week's winner, up at first, but a challenge for the lead has been proposed by Robert Racer in the 81. Rob Racer is your new leader in today's race, ladies and gentlemen. But for how long? Because most of the leads today have been temporary. Jared Lewis up to third. He's gaining slowly back to the lead in today's race. Rob Racer not having the best luck this season, but having one of the better seasons than most of these drivers. It looks like we're going to go 3 wide yet again for the lead. Jared Lewis, Matthew Tyler, and Rob Racer going 3 wide. Now Jared Lewis side by side with Matthew Tyler coming out of turn 1, coming down the backstretch. Dead even. They are dead even. Coming out of turn 2, it looks like Jared Lewis will have the have a better turn. He's gonna clear the 88 truck. Jared Lewis once again not being denied the first spot. Went back from falling outside the top 10 to back in the lead in just about 10 laps. So we gained about a position a lap, if not more. Anybody challenge? Tim Foster is up in second. He could challenge for the lead at any time. This lap would be about the halfway point. Cole DeGroat almost got to the quarter panel of Tip Foster because Tip Foster was trying to make a move to get to first. They're side by side for the lead coming out of turn 1. Still side by side for the lead. Cole DeGroat pushing Tip Foster as hard as he can. But doesn't want to turn him. He definitely doesn't want to turn him. Well, I hope he doesn't. Cole DeGroat has not won a race. He's trying to get his way up to the front. Oh, man. They're really antsy. 3 wide for the third spot. Haven't seen much 3 wide action, only in turns 1 that have really died down afterwards. Trickle Dickle has fallen out of the pack, so according to that strategy, that did not help him. Cole DeGroat is now going to be your new leader. I think he actually led that lap last time by, so Cole DeGroat is not your new leader. He's just retained the lead. So according to my thing, Cole DeGroat has led that lap by about 0.07 of a second. Barely close. We are halfway done with this race, and we're not going to take a commercial break just yet because there is no need to. Because I keep trading the lead back and forth. No need to go to commercial that you guys can't see the battles for. I don't have Sony Vegas. Tip Foster to the lead coming into turn 3. Jared Lewis trying to take second. And once again, it'll be Tip Foster versus Jared Lewis for the lead. Tip Foster was not going to be denied that first place spot. Not in this race. But Jared Lewis could probably object to that. He's trying to take the lead yet again. They're 3 wide for the 4th spot. One driver we have not seen up at the front most of the day is Levi McIntyre in the 99 truck. He's fallen back and he's still relatively in the top 10. He keeps battling his way in and out of it. Jared Lewis going into turn 2, excuse me, with the advantage on the bottom, trying to take the lead again, and he will. Jared Lewis, for the God knows how many time, will be your new leader. Tip Foster on the bumper of Jared Lewis. Kind of wonder if anything will happen to that 94 truck, how much of a bad mood that 94 will be in. Tip Foster going side by side with the lead. Manny Ortiz almost tried to go 3 wide. They were thinking. Well, he was. Tip Foster still side by side with Jared Lewis. With little to no help, Jared Lewis is holding on the outside lane. Gonna go 3 wide for second. Trevor Halowski is gonna force Jared Lewis to the high side. Tip Foster's gonna have to block 3 lanes. They aren't even touching down the backstretch. Oh my lord, Trevor Halowski's gonna have a big shoot to the bottom. Tip Foster had nowhere to go, and it looked. Oh no, pit stops are coming. No, pit stops. Long green flag run. I completely forgot about the pit stops. So we got a few drivers coming up pit road. Trevor Halowski, a couple other drivers from the back. It looks like most drivers from the back are coming down pit road. So we'll just keep it at the front of the field. Tip Foster and Matty Ortiz battling for the lead. We'll keep it on the leaders, as most of the drivers up at the front went down pit road, but it was mostly the drivers at the back. Matty Ortiz is going to try and take the lead entering turn 3. Actually, that was turn 2, my mistake. Still side by side coming into turn 3, but Tip Foster just had to brake a little more than Ortiz did. No, is that Roberto? No, that's Ortiz. Everybody else is coming down, but one driver stayed out. 47 truck of Tip Foster. And a few other drivers from the back, but it's Tip Foster. Tip Foster right now hanging on to the lead. What we will be. Will Tip Foster come down or not? We will find out this time by. Hopefully we'll find that answer out right now if he'll be coming down pit road or not. When he comes down pit road, we could go ahead and take a quick burst break. Looks like he's shooting to the apron, which means he's coming down pit road. Looks like Tip Foster will be coming down pit road. I guess we could take and see who would be the first driver to come out of this pit cycle. Who would that be? Looks like maybe a few other drivers stayed out first, though. I think they're just some lap cars. I don't know, though. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on because of the whole thing. Looks Trevor Halowski's maybe in the lead. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll find out. Let everything sort out here. We'll be back in a moment to see where everybody's placed. We'll be back in a few short moments. Oh man, what a beautiful day. But wait, what's that over there? God no, please, no. Where are you when the apocalypse hits? Prepare to die. This has been a message from people who are paid to scare you.
This is how you turn it on. This is your music. This is your email. This is the web. And this is a call on your iPhone.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Twisted Tea Truck Series action live from Pocono is sponsored by NBC Sports. Nothing but commercials. Side by side for the lead. Yes, this is for the lead. Trevor Halowski and Corbin Forster battling for the lead. Golden Groat's up there too. And it looks like a few of these drivers had some other strategy keys that made them come up to the front faster than the drivers like Jared Lewis did. Tiff Foster went down just before the commercial break that you've seen there, but as of right now, Corbin Forster is just trying to inch his way to the lead, but Trevor Halowski's still in the lead as they come down into turn 1. We have a little less than 20 laps to go in today's race. We'll have to find out and see which one of these drivers will head into the playoffs or advance higher in the playoffs because of another win. Cole DeGroat going into turn 2. Side by side for second. Corbin Forster's dropping a few spots. Now Cole DeGroat's going for the lead. Going underneath Trevor Halowski. Cole DeGroat in the 9 truck has taken the lead. Gotta wonder how much Valvoline's in that tank. I'm talking fuel tank. So far, the drivers that were up at the front of the field have fallen completely backwards. There's now a 5-car tandem as of right now. Maybe drop into 4 after Corbin Forster is going to drop back. I don't know. There's 3 other drivers too, so they may even pop back up and give us another big battle for the lead. Matty Ortiz, he's the only driver that's been relatively at the front, had a good pit stop, and is still at the front. I mean, you could still count Trevor Halowski, but Matty Ortiz was almost at the front of the field, maybe first. Matty Ortiz still in the lead, holding off Trevor Halowski, and some of the drivers from the back. Kyle Free, Matthew Tyler, who's the other driver? Brad Severs. They've caught up. It's an 8-car battle for the lead. Single file so far. Cole DeGroat, the first one to drop out of the line. Ooh, Trevor almost did the same thing as what Cole did. As a battle for second. I think Cole's going to try and go for first if Matty Ortiz doesn't throw the aggressive block. Heading into turn 3. Cole DeGroat's going to try for the lead. He gets up on the track a little bit, and Corbin Forster's going to take a slight advantage to it. They are somewhat 3 wide for the lead. I say somewhat as they were not like door slamming each other. They were relatively close. See the 5 truck of Corbin Forster trying to take the lead away from Cole DeGroat. Corbin Forster has not yet won a race. He's missed Daytona, if you remember that. So I guess it could be like Tony Stewart and just say Daytona's a race where it doesn't matter. Well, we'll find out. Cole DeGroat's still in the lead coming down the backstretch. Corbin Forster on his bumper. Here comes Nick Santiago trying to take the second spot. Oh, he forces Corbin up the track. They are side by side for 3 rows. Nick Santiago's going to take second. Matthew Tyler's going to try and take third. Corbin Forster is going to fall just outside the top 5. We're staying on the high line at Pocono. Cole DeGroat is in the lead. A few of these drivers have not won a race. Question remains, who's going to win this race? Will it be a new driver or will it be a repeating driver? At this point, we really don't have many spots left in the chase. You want to win now or it's never. When we head into the first race of the chase, I will explain the rules yet again for the chase if you have not seen the video towards the new format. Matthew Tyler trying to take the lead away from Cole DeGroat, entering turns 3. Brad Severs going to take first. We may even see a repeat winner this week. Matthew Tyler's up at the front. 13 laps to go. Been one interesting race in today's. Corbin Forster going to go 3 wide with Halowski and Santiago. think that was for the 6th spot. I think that was 5th. I'm not sure. Oh, Corbin almost bumped into Halowski. That does send Cole DeGroat up to the high side. Got a few lap cars ahead of us. But I don't know how that'll affect the leaders just quite yet. We'll find that out in the next coming laps. Trevor Halowski is going to move up to 3rd as Cole DeGroat was shoved up by Corbin Forster not too long ago. And we do have a few drivers that we see in our cameras of lap drivers. See Jared Lewis leading the 2nd pack, charging their way forward. Will it be enough? That'll be the question. Brad Severs gonna, oh my god, they're about touching. They're about to go 3 wide for the lead. Trevor Halowski's probably gonna turn Brad Severs. I don't know how they managed to save it. Brad Severs finds a way to not wreck the car and is in 1st. That was a tight battle. Halowski almost turned Brad Severs. And I say almost. Like, there was no way those two were going to be that. If they continued in that formation, they would have been a wreck. Halowski now going to try and go side by side with Brad Severs in turn 3. Matthew Tyler and Cole DeGroat kind of battling. Corbin Forster on the bottom here trying to take it. Halowski's trying to go for the lead. They're dead even at that strike. I think that was just about a tie. That was 0.04 of a second. It was still relatively close. And Halowski has taken the lead. They are 3 wide still back there. They keep going 3 wide. Somehow not wrecking each other. We do see a few lap drivers ahead of these guys, but it was more about 10 car lengths ahead. Maybe up to 30. The closest slow driver is Noah Breeze, and he's about to enter turn 3. So they're relatively close to him. Matty Ortiz trying to go for the lead now. No, that's Benjamin Roberto. Sorry, that's Benjamin Roberto in the 17. I was probably calling him Matty Ortiz, but it's actually number 17 truck of Benjamin Roberto. Sorry about that. It's commentator's mistake. Brad Severs trying to take the lead away from Roberto. There's double file throughout this pack. Question will be is if they continue this, will Jared Lewis and the other pack manage to catch up to them? They're not that far behind. They're actually about maybe a couple seconds back, but it's enough that if these drivers continuing to battle, they'll be managing to catch back up to them. If not pass them. We'll find out. 10 laps to go. Crossed the line last time by. That was the 10 to go mark, so this time by would be the 9 to go mark. It's now or never for these drivers. Who wants to win? That's the question. Jared Lewis in the pack behind them trying to push their way forward. Question will be whether or not that will happen. Halowski's trying to take the 2nd spot away from Kyle Free. Brad Severs has won 1 race. That does count for a playoff spot. You do want to say this right now that in 2... Okay, well, actually, let me first say this. That Santiago is trying to take the lead away from Brad Severs coming into turn 2. Out of turn 2. Alright, anyway. 2 weeks, the Daytona Coke 0400 will be a 50% race. So we will be running about 100 laps around that track. So it is going to be an extremely long endurance video for me to commentate, edit, and pretty much everything else about that video. So if you guys are wanting to, you know, not binge watch, but like, you know, watch something to pass the time for about 2 to 3 hours, well, you better sit back and relax and wait another 2 weeks, because then that will be the race to watch, as that'll be about 2.5 to 3 hours long. Brad Severs trying to take back the lead away from Santiago. Will that happen? We'll find out. We have about 8 laps to go coming next time by. It's double filed throughout the pack, but they have split somewhat. If you could, oh, a little loose there goes Kyle Free entering that corner. Burned up those tires a little bit there. Yeah, that'll cause him to, and a few other drivers to go down pit road, so we're going to have some money stops. 4 drivers, however, have stayed out through that main pack. Nick Santiago, Brett Severs, Matthew Tyler, and Benjamin Roberto have stayed out. But we're going to have some pit stops. This will be the money stop, ladies and gentlemen. Brad Severs has increased that lead to about 4 car lengths over Nick Santiago. Now that's shrinking pretty bad. That shrunk down to less than 1. Wow, that was a pretty bad corner for Brad Severs. These 4 drivers are looking to go down pit road about now. Except Matthew Tyler. Matthew Tyler will stay out. A few other drivers are staying out too. Take it to Matthew Tyler. And looking like, if you've seen the background there, if you can, there's about a 3-wide battle for the about 2nd spot. Anybody willing to try and push it? If you save, you could possibly push it the whole way. Oh no. Matthew Tyler has the lead. Still needs to go down pit road. Question will be, who will be the leader after these pit stops are done? Matthew Tyler really trying his hardest to save, and now he's just going to surrender the lead to somebody else. We have no idea what that is yet. We'll go back a little bit of ways, and we'll find Dylan Rash, who's about close to last. Let's see, it looks like Corbett Forster is going. I think Corbett Forster would be close to the leader, I'm not sure, but I do know it'd be either him or this battle right here between Cole DeGroat and Nick Santiago. We'll find out in the next coming laps. I believe Corbett Forster. I think Corbett Forster is going to actually be the leader. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out this time. Where is he scored? He is scored, I think that says 5th. So I think Corbett Forster is going to be your leader, ladies and gentlemen. I think Corbett Forster is the leader in this manhandle of pit stops. That is something. Corbett Forster probably had the greatest strategy and came down and took possibly 2 tires while everybody took 4. I don't know. Whatever strategy everybody else was doing, looks like Corbin had a different one. Because Corbin is definitely being caught up by Cole DeGroat and the gang pretty quickly. Will it be enough to hold him off is the main question. Does Corbin have enough speed to make it the entirety of the race in the lead? That is the question. Caution were to come out now, that would save Corbett Forster's ass a lot. Corbett Forster is in the lead. If two drivers behind them keep battling, it would certainly help Corbett Forster a lot. Because they would have to slow down a lot so that way they don't wreck each other. 2nd place is being determined by either Kyle Free or Cole DeGroat right now, but they're still side by side, which has given Corbett Forster a big advantage. Red Severs trying to make it go 3 wide, which would give Corbin the biggest advantage out of them all. Because that was a battle for 2nd. Corbett Forster is just in the lead. Not so much cruising, but just trying his hardest not to make a mistake. And it looks like Corbin doesn't have the 4 fresh tires that possibly everybody else has. Don't know, but the other drivers are catching up pretty quickly. I think the main enemy in this situation is that straightaway. 3 laps to go in today's race. Does Corbin have enough to hang on? Brad Severs is going to try and take second away. He will. Corbett Forster looking to get his first win of the season. Many other drivers behind him trying to either look for their first or second. Brad Severs may look underneath Corbin. Oh, he will. Brad Severs trying to take the lead away. Corbin could not hang on. Sadly, it does not look like it will be Corbin's race today. It'll probably be somebody else. I don't know. Corbett Forster still somewhat in the lead. Brad Severs has now overtaken it. Got 2 laps to go. Still anybody's ball game. They're side by side for second. Benjamin Roberto and Kyle Free battling. Does anybody have enough to give or take? Gotta be aggressive in these last few laps. Will Brad Severs get his second win of the season? Will Benjamin Roberto get his first? Benjamin Roberto trying to pull the same move Brad Severs did on Corbett Forster just 1 lap ago. Went side by side for the lead. Entering turn 3, it'll be a close one between Benjamin Roberto and Brad Severs. Will we be seeing the white flag? We will be seeing the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Question will be as to whether or not who will manage to get the advantage as they enter turn 1. Noah Breeze looking like he may become a factor in this race. Noah Breeze being a slow car up in front may affect somebody. Who will it be? Benjamin Roberto has the lead. Noah Breeze is out there. Will that lap car be any sort of an advantage / disadvantage to anybody? Probably slow down the entire group and no one gets an advantage except for the drivers behind them, but it's not like it's going to matter. Will Brad Severs make a move? When will the moves be made? Will there be moves that be made? Oh, Brad Severs almost got into the back of Benjamin Roberto. They are diagonal 1, 2, and 3. Benjamin Roberto trying to hold off. Brad Severs are about to go side by side. No, they're not. Benjamin Roberto is going to be the one to win the Tricky Dicky 500 here at Pocono. Benjamin Roberto gets his first win of this season with an amazing race here at Pocono. Noah Breeze just barely saved Benjamin Roberto as Brad Severs was looking to edge off the race with a photo finish. But Benjamin Roberto gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and let's take a look. Not there because I'm trying to activate my mouse. Okay. Let's look at the official standings. It looks like Brad Severs just barely missed his spot to get second win of the season. Got some drivers here. 3 drivers out of the race from damage. Richard Sanford, What If Racing, and Bill Watterson. I think Bill Watterson Bill Watterson involved in one of the. It was actually the one that was I mentioned earlier. Just had a problem. Just came up and wrote. Benjamin Roberto wins. Brad Severs comes in second. Nick Santiago in third. Colton Grote fourth. Sean Billman fifth. Kyle Free sixth. Corbett Forster still gets a top 10. Trevor Halowski 8th, Jerry Boschetti 9th, and James Bowles will round out your top 10. Thank y'all so much for watching this race, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week at Lowe's Motor Speedway. My name is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network. Congratulations to Benjamin Roberto, and have a good one, everybody.